always want to talk about support.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna go with the flow.
Yeah.
See, that's a touchy subject.
Oh my God. Like, people shouldn't think that it should be monetary always. It really isn't about money all the time, you know. Sometimes like we say just a post, just a something.
I've also met people on the internet that are supportive only when it's beneficial for them.
Man,
Yeah, he sets my body in motion. He knows how to turn things up. And he knows what gets me going.
Hey loves, and welcome back to my channel, and help me welcome my friend since 2004.
Yeah, we've known each other since we're like 12, 13.
No, 13.
Yeah. So
we are not going to reveal our ages, but just know it's a long time.
It's
almost 2 decades.
I know we just told you that, do the math.
Exactly, do the math. So this is Chiedza and Tariro. You are not seeing double. Get to know. And they are also known as Afronomads. Yes. So for everything travel, I'm going to leave links of their channels, their pages down below. So today we are just having a girl chat.
Yes.
Since we've known each other for that long.
Yeah.
We want to talk about friendships and how they affect business. We also want to talk about support.
Yeah.
But we're just gonna go with the flow.
Yeah.
See, that's a touchy subject. So let's start with that. So, right, the thing is, they're YouTubers, content creators, and they also have a business.
Yeah.
So let's start with support. How have you seen? Does it leak through the friendship? Does it leak through with support?
Unfortunately, it doesn't, to be honest. You know what? When you're starting a business, your friends will be like, "Oh, that's so good. Do it. Do it. That will support you." Then when it comes to supporting, then it kind of falls through, to be honest. Like, not everyone will be supporting you, maybe because you're doing so well, so people are like, why should I be supporting you? But I also feel like support comes in so many ways. You know what I mean? For me, I don't necessarily want you to buy my product right now, because I can understand, like, especially if you live in Zimbabwe, the economy is not that great, so I can't expect, like, if I'm selling whatever it is I'm selling, you should automatically come and buy it. Sometimes you can't afford it, but you want to support me. So sometimes even just sharing, like, this is what I'm doing. Just share on your social media, because social media, believe it or not, is really a good form of supporting marketing. Exactly. So, just sharing, just telling people when they see. But like Tariro was saying, it's not everyone who is happy for you, when it comes to your business or success. Some people always want to see themselves above you.
Exactly.
So, so I'll put it that way. But like for us, I don't also want to then not mention it, because we've had other friends. We do have friends who do support us. Do you know what I mean? Who, like, when we have trips, they want to sign up. When we have this, when they have their partners or whatever, their families, they want to book with us. So I can't totally scratch that off. But yeah, it is hard.
One thing I've noticed, and please don't attack me. But we're talking about, please don't attack me. I'm not attacking anyone, I'm just stating facts. We're talking about Zimbabwe. Okay, outside, people support each other, but here in Zimbabwe, the black community, they are so unsupportive. I'm sorry to say this, but my sister was working with some white people. They did a pop-up at the village. White people come and support each other's business.
Facts.
If you open up a business, your friends are the first people to come and purchase. Even if it's a small thing or big thing, whatever, but they need to come and support you. And I really wish we had that kind of a culture here. Because honestly, if I'm gonna buy into your business, you're definitely gonna buy into mine. That's how the money circulates in the community. So that's just the thing. So support, it's there, of course. I'm gonna appreciate the people who do support me. And one other thing I've noticed, maybe that's the next question. I've noticed that the people I meet online are the most supportive.
Oh my God. People you don't know. Guys, like, it's so sad, but that's just the reality of it. Because people that don't know you at all, they're like, oh my goodness, she's so dope. She's, you know, they're doing so well. Like, I want to support them. Even if they're like in another country, they'll actually be like, no, I want to buy your product. Or I just want to support what you're doing, you're posting or whatever. And then, back home, like, I you know what, I'll put a good example. When we were like putting out our trips like last year before Corona happened, right? We had so many group trips lined up. We had so many internationals sign up for our trips, more than local people. Like, again, disclaimer, I know the economy is hard and all that, but people, again, even if it's so cheap, people will still won't want to sign up. And that's not everyone, of course. But like, I don't know, it's just 10 times harder for us people, you know, in Zimbabwe, black community again. Unfortunately, I don't know why. It's just 10 times harder for us to, you know, to fill up things that are supposed to be. I don't know, it's supposed to be. It shouldn't be this hard, guys. It really shouldn't be this hard.
And one thing about that as well is, I'm glad you mentioned that. Because sometimes it's not even about the money. Because you would post something, people will see it, they won't come on the trip, but they will go next month. The same thing.
And they'll do the exact same thing that you think you're going to.
Like, so they can afford it.
Yeah, they can afford it. You're right. They can afford it. You're absolutely
People
right.
would choose not to come and support you just because they know you or you're relatable. But they'll still go and do that. It might even be more expensive for them to do the same thing. But the support, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
It's just weird. I think it's a tricky one, and we just always need to find like ways of, you know, supporting each other. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's this conversation or whatever, but like, I think it just needs to start with the conversation on how we can support each other. I don't know what you think. And I feel like people shouldn't think that it should be monetary always. It really isn't about money all the time. You know, sometimes like we say just a post, just a something, you know, just a word of mouth, just a whatever. You know, it really is nice because whenever we get clients to our office, right, we always ask, oh, how did you get to know about us? Right. Oh no, a friend told me about you guys. You know, so that's nice. So when people who don't know you are talking about you, you know, and then people who know you barely mention your name, it's like, wow, it's just wow. But
alright, we've spoken about support and friendships. How do you feel about fake friendships? Like I said, there are people who I've met on the internet that are very supportive. I've also met people on the internet that are supportive only when it's beneficial for them.
Man, one thing, do you know what? Like, this is the one thing that I don't like about the internet. You know, when people want to thrive off your hard work. Like, for me, it's irritating. If you're gonna support me, you know. If you're going to want to support me for a period of time, don't do it at all. Because like, this is the reason why it's so hard to collaborate. Unfortunately, in Zimbabwe, it's so hard to collaborate with other people because you don't know, are they genuine? Are they coming on your channel for the right reasons? Are they genuinely wanting to say, yo man, I genuinely want us to collaborate? So that, because for us, like for me, it's like, okay, I'm benefiting from you, you're benefiting from me. Let it be a level ground. It shouldn't be about, okay, I support you right now and whatever, and then when you blow up, you forget Isusu, you know, the little ones. Like for me,
let's build together.
Exactly. You know, if we're gonna support each other, let's support each other. You know, no matter, even if I get bigger, if you get bigger, or whatever, I still want you to be there for me. Do you get what I mean?
That's true. Because I really feel like with anything in life, I'm gonna bring the Bible into this, right? There's more joy in giving than receiving. But like once you give, you're opening your hand to receive more. So there's no need for me to pretend like I like you just because I want to get something from you. Because like listen, if you guys grow and we keep on supporting each other, that means we're fluid in our interaction, right?
Exactly.
But when you're dropping people just because you're on a different level,
so I need to level up as well and hang out with the let's say big content creators then because
another problem. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Because you see, the other problem is like I feel. Like I'm in Cyprus and it's really hard to break into that industry there because obviously they're gonna want more of their local people, right? But in Zim, it's only a certain niche like comedy that's being recognized by the people who are supposed to be sponsoring the brand collaborations and everything. And that's because us as a community, as creatives, we're not supporting each other. So we can bounce off ideas off of each other and we will actually grow. These people will learn to respect us and to see this as the marketing thing. But if we're just tearing each other down or we're not supporting each other, like how are we supposed to get recognition?
There's no recognition that's going to come from that. There isn't. But like I just want to also just pick on what you've just said when it comes to brands approaching content creators. I feel like Zimbabwean companies do not like to pay people. Like, let me tell you, I think people don't understand the amount of work that gets into this. They don't understand it. Like, just starting from your camera, do you get what I mean? There's something that's called shutter speed. There's something that's called, what is that thing called, like count and whatnot. You need to upgrade for you to get better content. They don't understand that.
There's so many things that get into creating content because there's also you using your fuel, using your resources, using your time to edit. So it's a lot of things that people don't understand. So they're like, okay, so I'll give you, for example, let's say it's a clothing company, right? I'll give you this top, you can just market it for me, or you can create content and then you get that for free. But like, I had to put money, I had to put time, I had to put all of those things so that I can actually create something that's worth it. So we need money.
I think Mikey, she mentioned that on Twitter. I saw a tweet flowing some time back. She said that people approach me like, oh, here's something, wear it, and then she wears it and then markets to whatever. I don't know how many people follow her, right? And then let's say 6,000 people buy that thing. And she's getting nothing out of it, but she did pretty much all the work. So for me, it's like, if you want me to work, it's like a job, it's a contract. If you want me to do something for you, you need to pay me the right amount. But I feel like maybe brands in Zimbabwe don't understand that yet.
They're still catching up to you, so we can't fully blame them.
No, but like I'll put an example, Tariro. Do you remember a company that approached us, right? And then they said, give us your rate card. We sent them our rate card. We never heard from. And this is the bare minimum. When I mean it wasn't even like a lot of money that we put in it. And they did not respond back to us, but they were so interested in working with us because of what we were doing. Do you get what I mean? So I mean, for me, it's like, if you're gonna approach me and not want to pay me, don't approach me at all. Just like my stuff from a distance and it's fine. Do you get what I mean?
Because let's say they're creating a campaign, right? How much do they invest in that? Because they're gonna pay the model, they're gonna pay the designer, the stylist, they're gonna pay for the venue, they're gonna pay for makeup, hair, everything. So that's exactly the amount of work that we put in. Okay, it's one post, but we had to curate that post. It's one video, but maybe I took 30 shots. It was 30 minutes that I then trimmed down to 3 minutes. That's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
And that's on my dime. So guys,
you need to get paid for this.
Right.
Start respecting the content creators, man. It's a job now, so
it's a real job.
It's passion as well, but it really is a job now for a lot of us.
I was actually having this discussion last week with. I think it depends with the kind of people you're working with, right? So she's a small business owner, and she was saying like, okay, from your 5,000, 6,000 followers, exactly what Mikey was saying, you're gonna get like maybe if not 10%, at least 5. But for an upcoming business, that's a lot. Now for a brand, that's also a lot, because I'm pointing people to your brand that probably didn't know about it. Right. So I don't know, man.
And I also think it depends with which brand. Some brands are like really worth it. Like you can be like, okay, for this time I'll do it for free, knowing that in the future you might work together again, and then it'll be a bigger budget or something. So you just have to.
So it's always like creating a relationship.
Exactly. So you just have to vet, like, oh, is this person just trying to use me because I have like certain number of followers or whatever, or they genuinely want to work with me. So it's also about creating relationship. You have to look at both sides and just decide from there. But I think it's cold world.
Right. So, but do you think that we're getting there in Zim? Like Zimbabwean creators in general. I know Zimbabwean creators in the UK and South Africa, in the USA, they're there already. But like us here and in the smaller places, like, do you think we're gonna get there?
To be honest, I'll say it from a creative's point of view. I think as creative we need to level up. That's the honest truth. Like, if your work is quality and then you present it to whichever brand, they might consider it.
Right.
So we also need to, start thinking out of the box, because I feel like sometimes we're like, oh no, because we don't have this or we don't have this resource. We can just collaborate with photographers. We collaborate with the cinematographer and be like, okay, right now I don't have a lot of money, but I believe in this so much. So, and then you can just collaborate with them. So we really need to level up. I think that's the first thing. Because sometimes when I look at like our work, I'm like, okay, it could be better. It could be better. So from a creator's point of view, I honestly think that as Zimbabwean creators, a lot of us anyway, some are really doing well, but a lot of us, we really need to
and take criticism well. Like, I think sometimes people tend to like to make excuses when people criticize them, though. I mean, like the good, obviously, not like just trying to put down but the good. I feel like sometimes people take it to heart when someone says, bruh, like your sound, do you get what I mean? Or stop, like some things that people do, like take that into account, because at the end of the day, those are the people who are watching the stuff.
Exactly.
And you want them to stay on your channel. So it's more about, creating quality content that's going to be relatable, content that will that's giving out information. I mean, like, that's going to help them. Because if you're just creating just for just, and it's doing nothing for people, they're not going to come back, So it really is about quality and just not quantity sometimes. I don't know.
I agree with that, but also quantity helps, because the more you do it, the more you get better.
So, but like quantity in what terms? Because you can't just be rubbish every day. I can't just come to your channel and be like, they say, every day. It has to have a balance on it. It can be like, like a day in our life, like, especially for us, we have a niche, right? Like, we know we travel, so we can mix it in, Audrey is like lifestyle, she does fitness, she does all of that. She can mix in other things that are totally unrelated. But it can't then be like, Mangwana, I tell you tomorrow is that, it can't be too all over the place. Do you get what I mean? That's those are my.
But I think, to answer your question, I think we can get there, to be honest. I think we can. Like, and it will happen. It's just happening slower. But I think we can get there, for sure.
We're catching up.
We're catching up. The comedy is like really thriving
right now.
Right? So they're doing so well. Like, those guys are getting paid. And I think we can do it. Because the nice thing about YouTube, it's a free platform, to be honest. It's up to you to really make it happen. Of course, brands, it's another way to make money, but YouTube itself, you can actually make a lot of money. And I'm talking to creators specifically, but as creatives, we can actually make it. It just needs us to be,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. And I also think that we shouldn't lose hope because, you know, countries like Kenya, you know, other content creators out there who are African, just as African as we are hitting 100K,
Right.
50K. So I mean, it's just, you know, you being consistent, you being, you know, working hard at it, because I feel like, yes, as it is so much like a side thing, it should also be something that you put in as much effort in it, you know, for it to be successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we're getting there slowly because even with brands, even with companies and whatever, when they needed to market something, it was always a jingle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But now, like you said, they're moving to comedy.
Yeah.
So slowly but surely, I'm pretty sure they're gonna move to other types of creativity.
Yeah. Definitely.
There's hope.
There is hope.
That's why people are creating YouTube channels. Do you know how many YouTube channels are out there now? Like, people are creating, which is so nice to see. Like, okay, I can relate to this person, especially from Zimbabwe.
Right.
Now we just need the support, you know. Just need to support each other, and then we're good. And then we're good. So,
For sure.
Okay, so I think we're gonna leave that there for today. But I'm hoping that next time we meet up and we have this discussion, we're going to be looking at a different level.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining me on my
Thank you for
channel.
having us. Subscribe to our channel.
Yes, I'm gonna leave links of everything down there. They have individual channels. They have a joint channel. They have individual Instagram. They have a joint Instagram.
That's a lot.
Please, if you want to travel, book them.
Thank you.
They're the best in the business. And I'm not just saying that because they're my friends.
See, that's the support we're talking about.
Yeah. For sure.
Alright guys, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you next Sunday.
Bye.